Hello, YouTube. I wanted to bring attention to why I feel the Cycle Frontier is dying. And before you think it's just me saying that, take a look at this consecutive player count right now on Steam charts. 3,600 in comparison to June 2022, where we had 27,000 players consecutively with a peak of 40,000. It's currently sitting somewhere around 6,500, so it seems like every month or so we've been going down. And this new season was supposed to be the one that was supposed to bring new players into the game, and it has obviously done the complete opposite. I feel that a large part of this has to do with the MMR system and how the I think it was like patch 2.1 or 2.2 brought the weapon balances to the game, and it has been wildly unpopular. I do see a lot of people in the Reddit comment sections. I know I shouldn't really be paying that much attention to those, but they're all saying, get good, blah 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 blah. So I decided to make a video, and before you guys start hopping in on me in the comment section, I just wanted to bring attention to some of these Reddit posts that I've been reading. For example, I might just drop the game. It's becoming impossible to play this game as a solo. I haven't even touched purple gear, and I get brutally murdered by trios with brutes, and it happens in every raid. Blah 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 blah. And again, just kind of just the normal comments in the section. Can we please have a solo queue option, right? That was something else they took away during the patch. They wanted to make it feel more organic, kind of like Tarkov, where you can run into five-man squads as a solo. But again, we're going to go over why that doesn't really work for this game. For example, here's one: played for a month, think I've had enough. I've unlocked 2 of the 3 maps, right? They even made a whole new map, Theros Island, for this season. And it's beautiful. It's just, is it worth it? It didn't take me super long to get to it, but again, we'll go over that in a little bit. I had a good time doing initial quests, upgrading the base. So again, some of the earlier quests were changed. So a lot of the later ones were left just annoying and grindy. Last 3 drops as a solo. I've lost kits to teams of 2 with equivalent or better gear. Is there a way to only drop against other solos? It's kind of ridiculous. It'd be like playing Tarkov solo trios. Essentially, this game is more akin to like not Tarkov, but like Apex Legends almost. It'd be like kind of like Apex Legends more so than Escape from Tarkov. Don't bother playing solo anymore. And we've seen these themes just kind of be running throughout Reddit.
Oh, I got a double kill. Holy shit. Flip it and ship it, baby.
With the addition of the absolutely ratty Theros Island, and I myself have done it because, frankly, as in this clip, it is simply the best strategy. You can hear people from so far away. Everything is so loud right now, right? But the biggest thing, right, is this forge, right? So the forge is supposed to be this high level, yada 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 place where you put materials in and it kicks exotic gear back out to you. Okay, so it has different tiers of rarity, but now they've added perks to this. Okay, so these perks have allowed these people who, rat their way down to the center, especially early on, to have a huge leg up on everyone else. It gives them almost superhuman advantages. I began playing with my friend who's no joke, but the forge has led to way too many encounters like this, which are simply unfair.
In front of us.
Hit me red armor. Yeah. No chance, bro.
Yo. Nah, I'm dead. Why are we in that kind of a lobby?
Red armor, red helmet, kinetic arbiter.
2 cores. Holy shit. Maybe I should have yelled out to them first. Why, dude? I hate.
No, it didn't matter. He shot me immediately.
Yeah, I hate fucking skill-based matchmaking.
He hit me twice and did 146 damage. I hit him twice and did 22 damage.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna be kinda in the shit bracket for a little.
Now this Reddit user posts, why am I only facing purple and up? And I feel that, right? So my boy there, he had just started playing. That was probably his 5th drop of this season. He had a pretty high KD maybe for like the 2 weeks that he played last season, but this MMR is supposed to only be based on prior looting. Now, prior looting doesn't necessarily mean that you are a better player, right? I mean, anybody can pick stuff off the ground. That's really not the nuance of the game. I don't think that's a great metric for how good someone is at the game. Unlike Escape from Tarkov, this game doesn't have the ability to really one tap at any beginner level, just like here. Now, I saw this post on Reddit, and I think it's labeled, I think I spent way too long in this Photoshop, blah, 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 but he comes up with an interesting point, right? So his idea is to lock each level based upon rarity of gear, right? Now, this also kind of goes along the same theme that we've seen, right? Where, especially armor this season, it feels like an overcompensation, right? Last year, the logarithmic scale, we can get into that later, but the logarithmic scale essentially made blue and higher pointless, right? The biggest jump was from white to green. Right now, green and white are pretty much worthless, and that's fine, right? But allow for some sort of choice in what experience you're going to have, right? I think that's going to bring a lot of the player base. Where I disagree is on this tier, right, of how it's locked, right? I think people should still maybe be able to go into Theros with lower tier gear and fight higher tier people, right? So maybe just make that all one. But I think this MMR should really be based on one KD and then two, like the type of armor, right? So if you don't base it on KD, at least base it off of type of armor, right? The big point of that would be to allow the higher gear players to fight higher gear players with some mix, right? So make it like maybe blue, purple, legendary, exotic, etc. Have them all grouped together, then put green and whites below, right? And allow them to do that at every level, right? So that allows for some of the older players who don't want to have as much of the PvP to get into white level lobbies, right? There's less stakes, so maybe you can make an argument back and forth for whether or not that'll equal less killing, right? But it will definitely make it so that if I'm wearing blue, I'm not worried about getting ratted out by a guy sitting in the corner with white, right? But it also allows me to bring in some better guns, right? So like ICA guns, like something better than the Bulldog or a Phasic Lancer from Osiris, things like that. But until this has changed, nobody's going to want to play it. Playing solo is fine, man, but we don't want to sit there and grind it for 2 months. It gets old, right? We want to play with friends. The most popular games in the world, Fortnite, even Hunt Showdown sometimes, Tarkov. I mean, there's not a singular game that is this popular that they're trying to get that you can't play with friends, right? We can't do quests together. It frickin' stinks. And also, maybe allow us to buy some gear, right? Open up green armor, right? If it's going to be worthless, open it up, hide it behind some of these quest lines. I don't understand what they were really trying to do. I hope they fix it. Unfortunately, I don't really see myself grinding this game until it is fixed. So hopefully in the future, I saw maybe a post where they said they think about changing it. I don't know what they're looking at, right? After a certain point, I just don't buy. I just don't buy it anymore, right? I hope they fix it. I don't think they will. So maybe we'll revisit this in the future. But for now, I think this is going to be the end of our cycle journey. Thank you.